All right. So now, when you experience this newfound experience of battling and putting on, all right, how did you get the name Bussout?
All right. So the name Bussout. Some of the gang members up in Vanderveer, they named me Bussout. And the reason why they named me Bussout was they said, yo man, this dude is a weird nigga, yo, but yo, right, like man, they see me go through like so many phases, man. Like it's like, you know, like with the man, like blonde hair, like I said, you know, like braids, like, you know, I used to put like screws in my hats. You know, I used to like take like socks, the socks with the lines, and I used to cut them off from the lines and use them as wristbands. I used to wear like 2 belts, one like holding on my pants, the other one hanging off, right? And
sounds some real breaking style.
Yeah, you know, just basically like not copying someone. It's not really copying someone's like image of today, but just like representing a culture, you know?
Right. And were there any dope dancers that you mess with in Vanderveer? Or were there any dope dancers that you know of that was in Vanderveer?
All right, so I remember Keenan, right? He goes he goes by like a different name now. Like I think that he goes by Flex.
Okay.
Right. So like Keenan, I remember like you know, like I was so busy. I guess
you talk about the same. So not to cut you off. You talk about, I believe, the same Keenan or Flex that wanted to battle Surf at World Dance or something like that.
I think so. Like I'm the one who
a short kind of like brown skin dude, dark skin.
No. I'm talking about like Peach's boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
That Flex.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a dancer back then.
Yo, yeah, man. Like so basically, Keenan is probably like, I think like 3 years younger than me, or maybe yeah, like about like 3. So basically, I remember teaching Keenan, you know, like some like steps, right? And you know, like, and we'd be up in the parties, whatever. But like I said, I took so much time to basically just like do my own thing and kind of create like, you know, like my own style or way or like way of doing things. I wasn't realizing the new moves that were coming out. So Keenan was the one like who actually taught me the crisscross heel and toe.
Okay.
Yeah. So he taught me that on the terrace when there used to be a terrace home like in Vanderveer. You know, like the person. I mean, but you know, like it's like the person that I bigged up the most in the '90s was the person that a lot of people will consider my arch rival.
Who?
That was Bingy.
Alright, wait. Before we get there, what other were there any other dance styles that you incorporated into what you were doing besides dancehall and modern dance that you learned earlier in your years?
Indeed, right? Because I believe I incorporated a lot of styles, because even Broke Up himself incorporated styles into dancehall. If you look at Bogle and if you look at Broke Up, they're doing 2 completely different things.
Right.
But both of them is considered dancehall.
Right.
So basically, I guess you can say that I was doing my version of dancehall, because like, to me, all that matters is the tempo and the approach of which you do it.
Right.
You know, because like everyone knows that heel and toes, you know, they started out with like house dancing. But yet the heel and toe is one of the most iconic 1990s dancehall steps.
Right. So now, were there any hip hop styles that you brought into your way of dancing?
Yep. I remember I remember when I was teaching at the Beacon Center 269, and I had direct students under me, such as Corey,
All right, I'm glad we're here. So now, who besides Corey, were there any other students who would now participate in Flex in Brooklyn and shape the minds of the young dancers that will come, or even the dancers during their time? What were some of the stuff you were showing Corey, and I believe you said you had Claude with you?
Yeah, like I had Corey, I had Claude. Basically, from my memory, those were the two people who basically were like in the class consistently. Like there was this other guy, but I forgot his name.
What were you showing them? What was the?
All right, so like it all started out like this. I was teaching a class at PS.3 main building. It was for the Canva after school program. This was a program in which I basically I think I taught maybe the program for like maybe anywhere from like 5 to 10 years before I actually collected a check on it. You know, because I was too young to get paid.
Okay.
You know, like I started teaching probably when I was like 12 years old or 13, while all the other guys were playing basketball and doing this and that. It's like, yo, like I was very much focused on dance. So one day, like basically I'm on the stage, and for like a couple of years the class was just myself. I was teaching myself.
Okay.
And so basically I'm on stage, and and I'm dancing, and then Corey, Claude, and and some other people came in. There used to be times in which like even Marvelous popped in. There was 1 or 2 times that Safari popped in. Like, and I gotta backtrack my mind to remember names. But I remember basically I was doing some steps on the stage, and some sort of like a disagreement happened, in which like some people were telling me that I couldn't do this in dancehall, and I couldn't do that, and I basically
what was some of the things they was trying to tell you couldn't do in dancehall? I was taking things like the Mr. Wiggles the Scarecrow Walk. Yeah.
Right. I was taking like the Michael Jackson's Moonwalk, but I was adding like the extra hops to it. I was like dun 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 dun. Right. Later I'll basically I'll rename that step the G.I. Joe run, right? So like yeah, like it's like all those things I was told that I couldn't do, but I remember walking out of the auditorium, and in the TV I had like basically a VHS of one of the Rock City crew like reunions playing, right? And when I came back, all of them were glued to that screen, and they were like this, yo, can you teach us what they're doing? You gotta understand that.
How old were they at this time?
Oh man, like I mean,
because I would believe they're younger than you.
Yeah, they're younger than me. I don't even know their age at that time. But they were like young. I mean, by this time, like we're talking maybe 96, 97, 98, something like that.
So what was when Corey would introduce himself to you, what was particularly his dance style if he was dancing at the time?
He never had a dance style. Right, like you gotta. I mean, like it's love.
Right.
But a lot of the people who came into my who came to my class, they were not dancers. They were just people who loved dance.
Everybody can dance, but not everybody's a dancer.
Right. So when I went to a party, I really danced. Then you had other people who basically, when they went to a party, it was like this, you know, bust a wine up on a girl, and that was the full extent
of their dance skills.
Yeah, like or what they were interested in that time.
Okay.
So you had dancers and you had people who just loved dance, whether it was to watch or whether it was just to like bust a quick step, right? Now, like I said, I was taking so many things. I was looking at Mr. Wiggles and I was taking you know, like tuts, right? And you know, like doing all of that. I remember when the Matrix movie came out. I made up a dance called like the Matrix, which basically went from this to like busting guns and all that. And like I remember when that Genuine video came out, like my pony, like, and it's like I'm trying to figure out. I was like watching it and I was just like this, like, yo, like what the hell is, like, I've never met this guy, but that seems like the same thing that I was doing.
Right.
You know, like, yeah, like, and every single time when I taught something in these class, I kept it 100.
So you when you taught in your classes, you taught necessarily with all the vocabulary that go with each style and dance?
Yes, I taught.
Because what I notice is a lot of people